Systematic racism is pervasive in all corners of the globe. It affects so many people in the most heinous of ways, and we need urgent action to tackle this scourge of society. At Islamic Relief Canada, we're so proud to work together with Cooperation Canada and others to collectively tackle some of these challenges. The anti-racism framework developed by Cooperation Canada gives us both the tools and the roadmap to better collective action.
For me, our sector is called upon to do this work in anti-racism because if we truly espouse the values of social justice and equality for all, we have to live those values in how we do the work inside our organizations. For me, that means looking at my own personal leadership, and it means working with our team, our board, and our staff to live those values in how we work together every single day.
Nous devons agir contre le racisme systémique dans le réseau de la coopération et de la solidarité internationale, parce que le racisme est intolérable et qu'il est incompatible avec nos valeurs d'égalité, de justice et de solidarité. C'est urgent de passer aux actes ensemble.
Our sector needs an anti-racism framework because we know that it's had a significant role in shaping the perceptions of Canadians about the rest of the world. Sadly, at times we've contributed to negative stereotypes of people in the majority world, and we've engendered a sense of superiority and of otherness. We must address that, and we're determined to do all we can to dismantle systemic racist injustices and to ensure that our organisation and our sector fosters a culture of peace, inclusion and respect for diversity.
Notre secteur a besoin d'un cadre antiraciste parce que les bonnes intentions ne suffisent pas. Et nous devons travailler ensemble pour s'attaquer directement aux obstacles du privilège qui soutiennent le racisme systémique et des résultats injustes. Je soutiens le développement d'un cadre de lutte contre le racisme parce que j'ai pris le temps de me débattre avec les origines et les significations de mon propre privilège. Je sais que le monde n'est pas un endroit juste et je sais aussi que nous pouvons le rendre plus juste si nous nous y penchons et nous travaillons fort dans cette direction-là. Nous devons prendre des mesures urgentes pour lutter contre le racisme dans notre secteur parce que nous croyons et travaillons pour un monde meilleur. Et ça signifie prendre un regard critique sur nous-mêmes et sur la manière dont notre travail et nos approches, vues et invisibles, intentionnelles et non intentionnelles, perpétuent l'injustice et les préjugés.
This isn't an issue that is compounded to one space, it's an issue that's pervasive across all of our areas of work. And I think it's a real moment of reckoning, and I'm excited. And I think those moments of reckoning start with us looking individually as leaders into our own practices and to who we are. Then they start looking out into our organizations and our staff teams, and then out into our projects and the work we do more broadly.
I offer my full and enthusiastic support for the effort made by our sector to advance the cause of racial justice and anti-racism. This effort is long overdue. Canadian NGOs like ours have been on the sidelines for too long. The adoption of the Cooperation Canada Anti-Racism Framework is an important first step on a long journey toward a more just and equal future. It's a journey that I am happy and look forward to taking with you.
Notre secteur a besoin d'adopter un cadre antiraciste parce que nous sommes tous des acteurs dans un système qui est imparfait. Et en tant que tel, le cadre propose qu'on commence par porter le regard sur soi-même. Et c'est un point de départ qui parfois nous échappe. Et c'est pourtant là où se trouvera notre légitimité en tant qu'acteur de la société civile. On a besoin d'engager un dialogue avec la société sur le contrat social qui nous unit. Et en se joignant au cadre antiraciste, on peut le faire sans prétention. On reconnaît que nous aussi, on fait partie du changement qui est nécessaire dans la société. Mais on va être outillés. On ne sera pas seul. On va être soutenu tout au long du processus par les pairs et par Coopération Canada. Bref, je trouve que le cadre nous place sur la bonne voie. On n'a pas besoin d'être parfait pour commencer, mais on a vraiment besoin de commencer si on veut s'améliorer.
We cannot achieve social justice without dismantling colonialism and racism. That's why Interpares is proud to sign on to the anti-racism framework. I encourage you to read and consider signing on to the anti-racism framework as well.
I support the development of this framework because it's going to help us accomplish a few things. Number one, it's going to help us to stay accountable to what we say we want to do and be able to speak truth to power. Number two, the framework is going to be a partner on a journey that many of us as organizations want to take, and we don't know how, and we don't know who to go find support from. So I see this framework as a partner for the journey that we need to take for all the difficult conversations and actions that we need as organizations. We need this to happen now. It is urgent. The international development sector was born out of colonialism and steeped with significant amount of racism. All of us who work in the sector, if we're true to ourselves, we cannot deny that. But what is good is that those are all things created by man, and we as humans, the time is now for us to correct. As Maya Angelou says, I do what I know, but now that I know better, I will do better. We all now know better, and it is the responsibility for all of us working in this sector at this time to make sure that that change happens.